Well, after the drama of the Avali 110 Cup, I tell you what, Minimoto rookie is going to have to do a lot to build up to that. Nelly Newth, Emilio Pereira and Austin Dilks are at the front end. Finley Stiles, Randy Carter and Joey Atherzic are back in the top 6. Oscar Rowland P7, Charlie Bunn P8 and Henry Carr in P9. Can Nelly Newth be the sole female contender to get a victory in the last race? Well, it was a bit tricky off the start, wasn't it, Alan?
It was a false start, but he did stop the bike, and the officials will take a view on that. They'll let him get away with that, I think, because it actually was a worse start than he could have got had he not done that. But it is Nelly Newth now. Earlier on, Jake, we saw she had a 5-second lead in the earlier race on lap 1. But then the rain came out and she slowed down and they caught her. Is she going to get away here and end up just scooting off in the distance? She won race 1 yesterday by over 5 seconds. And I noticed there, Jake, she's got a different helmet on for some reason.
Yes, she does. Yeah, that's not her usual racing helmet. So clearly something isn't right, or they couldn't find it, or whatever it might be.
Did it get wet earlier on inside or something?
Oh my goodness! Pereira. Look at the charge from Emilio Pereira, just diving in from nowhere. The young lad from Middlesbrough says, right, Nelly, you really need to get on with this, because I want the win badly enough that I can snatch it from you before you've even known what's hit you. And this is the thing, it doesn't matter whether you win the first race by 5 seconds. It's all about confidence, it's all about momentum. You've got to carry it from race to race. And so Nelly Newth being completely outfoxed there by Emilio Pereira, that's got to be one of 2 reactions now. It will either be she'll be fazed by it and it will get to her, or what I think will be the latter. It will enrage her.
No, it's not getting to her at all. If anything, it will enrage her. And talking about enraging her, here she comes down the inside. We saw Joey Athazic's picture earlier. He's in P5, and Randy Carter, good to see him racing, Jake, after his crash in the earlier race. We saw him go down in Luna Bend, but he's in 6th place currently. Yeah,
good to see that he's fighting fit after a big tumble. Meanwhile, Nelly Newth already getting back on with the job. Charlie Bunn's details picked out there, the young lad from Southam in Warwickshire, trying to work his way back into the top 6. Look at Austin Dilks really starting to hustle Nelly Newth as well, as we are back on the club configuration of the circuit as well, which is a much shorter version of this Three Sisters circuit. But Nelly Newth just keeping her wits about her. It's a marathon, not a sprint this, isn't it? You've got a lot of laps to deal with. So she just wants to make sure that she's close enough to Emilio Pereira to be hungry enough and present enough to go for the victory. You don't want her to go all guns blazing and charge in and then find you've not got the tyres, you've not got the engine to keep it going. She's just got to stay with him and hustle him. But this is smart from Newth. She can essentially sit behind Pereira and let him do all the hard work and then pick up the pieces later.
Yeah, well, that's what she'll hope to do. But in these class, you don't want to allow somebody to get too far ahead, to be honest. And that's a decent lead that Pereira has over Newth. You've got Austin Dilks. Good to see Austin battling in 3rd place, and he was battling for the lead in the earlier race, of course. And after he started at the beginning of the season, it just shows how much some of these riders, like Dilks and Finley Stiles, for example, have improved since round 1.
That's the thing about racing at these junior levels, at these youngster levels. You've just got to keep making progress. You've got to keep developing. Here is Nelly Newth, a lot closer to Emilio Pereira than previously. Is that going to be enough of a charge? Well, there's Charlie Bunn recovering after a bit of a slow start. So Nelly Newth right in behind Emilio Pereira.
Up the inside in turn 1. I think that was Finley Stiles, Jake. Looked like he was going up the inside anyway. Looks like we got 2x2 hurrah here. 2 out front battling for the lead, and we've got 2 in 3rd and 4th.
Now watch the leader Emilio Pereira here. Look, he moves across to cover the inside line. He is worried about Nelly Newth, who gives a proper wobble on the way to the braking zone for that corner. Any other rider might have dropped it there and gone low side. She catches it just. My word.
That was close. Still Dilks there in 3rd place, by the way. Finley Stiles there in 4th, so it's a battle for 1st and 2nd, battle for 3rd and 4th, and the rest are well behind in this one. In that earlier race, there were sort of 6 or 7 riders in it that could win it with a couple of laps to go. But this one looks like it's between these 2. Here comes Newth looking up the inside, but she's not going to get that done now. I can tell you this result is, if it stays like this, and even if Nelly Newth overtakes Pereira, because she missed the last round, it will be Pereira that leads the championship here. Reed Sachs will be the championship leader, not here this weekend. I don't know why. I'm assuming, being a championship leader, maybe
look
he's
again.
got some sort of injury.
Look at this. Pereira is actually in the middle of the road as he goes to the braking zone. He protects that inside line, but not hugging the inside line. He's in the middle of the road. He is making sure that he sends a clear message to Nelly Newth. You're not going to get around me on the left or the right. I am going to own the middle of this race circuit. If you want to get past me, come up with something original. Come up with something special, because I am not budging. Averzic ahead of Randy Carter as they duel over 5th position. That's Dilks and Styles still getting it off for 3rd position. Last lap, one last chance. And look at Pereira. Full defensive starts now as Nelly Newth can throw everything she's got at the race leader.
She had the better line through turn 1. Better line. Will she throw it up the inside? She's going to have to go for it on the brakes. She's going to look for a switchback. She's going wider than Pereira. Pereira's in the middle of the track. She's on the outside. That'll give her the inside line. Will she get it coming up into paddock bend?
She's doing a brilliant job. Can she get level enough? She's there. Not on your Nelly. Are you going to lose now? Up on the inside comes Pereira to try again. Snatches the lead back. Brilliant racing. Newth comes back at him one more time. Nelly Newth is in front once more as they approach Luna Bend. Can Emilio Pereira respond? Not on your Nelly, you can't. Newth has got him. Absolutely fantastic. Up the final turn, Nelly Newth saves her best for last and snatches it. Pereira knows he's beaten. Nelly Newth, totally brilliant on the last lap to snatch it back. What a little whirlwind Nelly Newth is turning out to be. Styles is 3rd, Dilks is 4th, Averzic hangs on in front of Randy Carter. Their battle goes to the line as well.
Yeah, Finley Styles just managed to grab that 3rd place on the line from Austin Dilks. Then came Averzic and Carter. But what a last lap that was.
2 brilliant overtakes puts Nelly Newth in the victory. Emilio Pereira 2nd from Finley Styles. Austin Dilks ahead of Joey Averzic. Then Randy Carter, Oscar Rowland, Charlie Bunn and Henry Carr. In the championship, our former leader Reed Saxelby down to P5. Emilio Pereira, the new championship leader. Styles and Newth tied on 120. 18 points between the